Namaste, welcome back to Sthapagna channel, and you are watching AWS Cloud Real-Time Projects. And I think I'm referring to projects as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Oh my God. Okay, that's fine. I think that's just respect to this particular season. But so far we have finished 10 projects in this season. But overall, if we compare with the project number in other seasons as well, so far, we have finished 34 projects, and this is going to be our 35th project. Yes, you heard it right. We have done so far 34, 35 projects. If you watched all the 34, 35 projects, trust me, you can consider yourself having 2 to 3 years experience as an AWS engineer, data engineer. Trust me, you can. You can just put it in your resume, and you can use these projects in your interviews. Trust me, they will um, they will definitely prefer you over somebody who don't have any knowledge at all. Okay, so by the time you finish all the projects, at least watching, or if you want to spend some money, you can go ahead and do that as well. But trust me, once you finish, you can consider yourself as 4 5 years experienced person as a data engineer. Okay, so if you want me to put all of them, right? Currently we are in season 3. We still have uh, in season 3, what how are we doing these projects as data analytics, in a data analytics role. We still have serverless developer. If I click on the roles, you will see all the roles. Okay, so we have finished season 1 cloud practitioner. Looks like they added another one. Then sorry, this is the cloud practitioner, and then we did solution architect, and now we are in data analytics, and the next one, it is going to be serverless developer. So if you see an average, we have one, two, three, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 12, so we still have 50 projects to go. So by the time we finish this, I think we will be around 80-ish projects. So trust me, once you finish all of these projects, watching them again and again, you can put yourself as 3 to 4, at least 4 years experience in data engineer, and you can easily clear the interviews with the knowledge that you get from watching these videos and doing these projects. Okay, so if you want me to do all of that, I can do it. And again, I'm paying monthly $30 to this one because it's a subscription, right? So if you want to support, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, share on every video, and you can also become a member. So once we reach, I think around 5,000, I'm thinking of hiring a editor, because right now I'm doing everything. So once we have an editor, trust me, half my work will be offloaded to him. So I will get more time to make these videos and upload them quickly. Right now, hardly I am releasing 2 videos a week because of my time constraint. But if I can have somebody edit my videos, so if that has to happen, then we need to reach at least 5,000 subscribers. And once we get more members and etc., because I have to pay that guy. Anyways, that being said, I really appreciate your effort. Just watch it, learn it. Even if you don't do any of that, that's fine. uh, but at least try to like the videos and comment on these videos. Another reason is there is not much traffic on these videos, but I'm still putting it because people whoever need it, I know, I can understand, because you won't get this anywhere else. So for that reason, and not all people can spend $30 a month. So for that reason, I am putting these. So whoever is watching, at least try to comment on these videos, and if you can, hit a like. Because the cloud practitioner, if you see, we have certifications for cloud practitioner. Those, it's fine, because every day, as soon as I put a video, it will go into thousands very soon. But this one, I hardly get any views. So, so people who actually view them, if they can comment, like, and share, that would really help these videos, so that YouTube can pick these and show it to other people. Anyways, I don't want to bore you more on this. And okay, this is what, 10th in this season and 34th, yeah, 34th projects overall. So 35th project. sorry, 11th project in this season and 35th project, and this is going to be event-driven serverless ETL. What is the use case? The management of an electronic toll collection company wants to consolidate the billing of the toll plazas in the data warehouse with the most up-to-date data. Hello there. Thank you for taking the call. You're welcome. How can I help you? We have a decoupled system distributed across our toll plazas. Each toll plaza sends transaction details in JSON format to our central site. After we receive a file, our central system consolidates the data and sends an updated file for processing. A legacy connection exists between our toll plaza sites and central site. The updated file arrives at the central site randomly. How do you process the updated file? We move the updated file to our S3 bucket. We use in-house scripts running in our EC2 form to perform extract, transform, and load tasks. Our front-end application interfaces with the database to display the toll details. Awesome. Is there anything specific you are looking for? Our objective is to present the most current data to our customers. Ideally, we process the data as soon as it arrives in the landing zone. Can you suggest a pipeline approach? Definitely. You can use the S3 event notifications feature to invoke an AWS Glue workflow. The workflow can use an AWS Glue job to perform ETL jobs that update your database. What is Glue? I haven't heard about this service. Glue is a fully managed ETL service that helps you categorize your data, clean it, enrich it, and move it reliably between various data sources and streams. Glue contains a central metadata repository known as Glue Data Catalog. AWS Glue also contains an ETL engine which automatically generates Python or Scala code and a flexible scheduler that handles dependency resolution, job monitoring, and retries. Also, Glue is serverless, so there is no infrastructure to set up or manage. This sounds like a cool service. Can we use Redshift as the target database? Our application currently interfaces with it. Sure. In fact, AWS Glue supports connections with a variety of data stores, including Redshift. Fantastic. I have high hopes for your proposed solution. Can you demo a prototype for us? Sure. Thank you for helping us. So now let's look at the objectives. We are going to create AWS Glue connection to Redshift. I think we have done something similar, but not to Redshift. We connected it to RDS MySQL. And we are going to use Glue Studio to create an ETL job, then query the data through Redshift query editor. Cool. Now, what are the tools services we are going to use? Glue, Redshift, and S3. Let's start it. Okay, here we are at the diagram, and as usual we have the video concepts, and the video concepts you need to watch are these. Okay, take a screenshot, and then if you don't know where they are, let me show you. Go to our YouTube channel and go to playlists, and then under playlist you can go to the AWS tutorials for beginners, and I already uploaded these videos here, so just go to the respective video here and you can watch them there. All right, so that being said, let me go back. Once you finish watching them, come back, you can hit play to watch the rest of the project. So this solution uses Glue workflows to manage the ingestion of data in a data warehouse. The event notifications feature in S3 is used to invoke the Glue workflow as data arrives in the S3 landing zone bucket. Raw data is collected in S3 landing zone bucket. The data can be unstructured or structured. Glue crawler can crawl multiple data stores to populate the Glue data catalog with tables. ETL jobs which are defined in Glue use these data catalog tables as sources and targets. An AWS Glue job encapsulates a script that connects to the source data, processes it, and writes it out to the data target. When a put event occurs in the S3 bucket, an S3 event notifications feature is used to send messages to AWS Lambda function, which in turn starts the Glue workflow. I think this is what it is trying to show. In AWS Glue, workflows can be used to create and visualize complex ETL activities that involve multiple crawlers, jobs, and triggers. Each workflow manages the run and monitoring of all of its monitoring of all its jobs and crawlers. A workflow runs each component. It records the progress and status. Then glue jobs issue copy statements against Amazon Redshift to achieve maximum throughput. These commands require that the Redshift cluster access S3 as a staging directory. Then finally, users can connect to Redshift database by using built-in query editor or SQL client tool or built-in data API. Usually, as I mentioned, I use SQL Workbench, or you can use paid tools like DataGrip or dbeaver, which is another free tool. So practice lab goals, we will configure S3 event notifications to invoke an AWS Lambda function. Then we will create glue crawler to read schema from Redshift. Then we'll create ETL glue ETL job to move data from S3 bucket to Amazon Redshift. Then we will create glue workflows to crawl raw data from S3 bucket and then use an AWS ETL job. Then we will query the data using the Redshift. And as part of DIY, we are going to enable job metrics feature in glue job. We will rerun the toll plaza application Lambda function to generate transaction logs. Then we will query the data using the Amazon Redshift query editor. Cool. So let's hit the practice start. I think there might be a glue script here and we have 70 steps. I mean, the closer we are getting to finish these projects, I think the more steps it's going to be. The glue job, obviously they are not going to tell us to design it. They already designed it. So we are going to use that script. And I think, what is it called? No, I think it is to create the table. It's not glue job. Let's hope. Maybe they already created the glue job. As usual, I'm not going to read the concept, but I recommend you to read the concept before I go to the next step. You need to pause, read it, then play it. I downloaded that file already. Then we will go to S3 and we are going to review labs resources bucket and then the landing bucket. In the landing bucket, there is already a file sample data JSON. And we are going to go to properties because I think we are going to enable that event. We have done this in one of the project. So each project we learned it separately, and now the last 4 or 5 projects will be piecing all those together. Okay, we are going to create event notification and the name we are going to choose is S3 events. And the suffix is going to be .json. Okay, you can read the concept here. And again, we are going to use only put action. And then what is the destination? We are going to trigger a Lambda function, and that Lambda function name is start workflow function. Then we'll click save changes. Then Amazon Redshift. Go to the clusters. You have the cluster there. And make sure we are in the North Virginia. And once we are there, we are going to click query in query editor. And we have to copy the JDBC URL from here as well. Remember that. Then we are going to connect to the database. And the cluster name is that. Database name is that. Okay, let me go ahead and username is admin. Okay, then we are going to use temporary credentials, by the way. And once we are there, you can choose the database and the schema. And then this is the query that they gave us. I can copy paste it here and run it so that it will create the tall table. Okay, and you can see the table here. And now we are going to go to the secrets manager, retrieve the secrets because it will have the passwords to it. Username, passwords, we have done this as well. And then we are going to VPCs and we are going to copy the VPC. Okay, I will do that. Navigate, click, copy that lab VPC. And also we are going to go to subnets and we are going to get the lab VPC database subnet. Okay, copy that as well. And then we are going to go to data connections. In the glue data connections, we would need those requirements, but actually you don't need all of them because they already have a secrets manager. Last time we picked secrets manager. Um, maybe this, yeah, we have that, right? This is what we did. And in the configurations, we gave the database name, instance, and we have to do is pick that secret, and it will populate pretty much everything. And the connection name, we are going to name it Redshift connection. And that's it. Create it, then edit it. You don't have to. These will be chosen by default. We can just make sure if they are the ones or not. Save changes. Okay, we can do that. Go to the crawler and name it that one. I hope we will remember all these steps. We'll stop it after the crawler. And then we will add the data source, and the data source is whatever connection we just created. We were actually using S3 as the connection so far for the crawlers, but now we can use another database as well as the connection. Then we'll click add a JDBC data source. And then next, and then we'll choose the role, click next, and the target database and on demand, then that's it. Once we create the crawler, we'll go ahead and run it, and it should automatically create that particular table we created in Redshift in the data catalog as well. How long did it take? It took them 4 minutes. Wow. Okay, you can see two tables actually. This is the Redshift and then this is from the S3. Redshift one, I think it automatically placed it here, I'm assuming. Okay, so I think we will do it till here. I don't want to go any further because we will forget what we did. So let's go to S3. I don't know why they wanted us to review this. We don't have even have permissions. That's weird. But let's go to landing bucket. We have a dummy file, not a dummy file, the source file. Scroll down. Event notification create. Event name is just some S3 event. And then the suffix is going to be .json, and it's going to be only for put. Nothing else other than Lambda function. Choose from your functions, which is, I think it is toll plaza application. No, which one was it? Is it start workflow function? Yeah, I think it is start workflow function, not the toll plaza. I think this is what it is. What do you guys think? I forgot about it. Okay, let me go back quickly, and I have to go to again all these steps. Yeah, cool. So once we did that, let's go to Redshift cluster. Click on that cluster. We don't need to get any of this, that's fine. Okay, what are we doing here? We are going to query data. What is this? Version 2? Okay, let's click version 2, which is always, I don't have access or what? Okay, then let's cancel this. Let's query data using the first version and then connect to database. Temporary credentials. I think this is the cluster. Database name we are going to use is tall.db. User is admin. Connect. should connect us to TallDB public. There is nothing. That's because we are going to create one. These are our previous ones. Yeah, we have it. You should see the table here. Good. And now we created the table. Now we should go to VPC. We don't need to, but let's see. I don't know. We need to just make sure if they are in the right VPC or not. Your VPCs, click on the lab VPC and you can copy the name. And then we are going to go to subnets. It's right here. I don't know where I am going. So the one they want to get the subnet is for the database, and which is this one. So let's copy that one as well. Okay, that's about it here. Then we will go to glue. And let's go to connections. Create connection, and it's going to be Redshift. Click next. And cluster, we only have one cluster. Click that. That's the database. We are going to use secrets manager because it's already there. We don't have to go to there. It's fine. The secrets manager and get the password. It's okay. Let's see if it asks for later on. We will do that. I think pretty much that's it. Let's create it, and it's created, right? And let's edit this. And if I scroll down, we need to make sure if this is the one, and subnet is not this one. The subnet is going to be this one. Okay, let's save it. And I think we have the connection. Next thing is to go to the crawler, point the connection to this one, create a crawler, and let's name this Redshift crawler. Next, not yet. The source, we are going to point it to whatever we created, which should be JDBC. Connection is Redshift con, whatever we created. And the table path is the database schema and everything in it. We only have one though. So add this. Next, pick the role, which will be, is it service? I think it should be glue. I might be wrong. So let's go. It is, yeah, it's glue service role. Never mind. Yeah, glue service role. And the data target database is this. I think that's it. Great. Okay, it's ready. Now let's run it. So according to them, it will take, I think, about 4 to 5 minutes, I guess. For them, it took 4 minutes. So let's do that. And then now let's go to the visual ETL. So far all we did is we created a Redshift correction, and then we pointed it to the group, created a crawler, pointed it as the source data store, then we ran the crawler. Pretty much that's all we did. And we also created an S3 event. So whenever a file is added to S3 event, we told it to trigger the flow, glue flow, but we didn't create the glue flow yet. So let's go and do work on that. So visual ETL, we are going to, again, this is going to be pretty much simple. We did it something similar. We'll click on data catalog, then transform schema, then targets as S3, or maybe not. The source is S3, then change schema, then Redshift. Oh, it's the other way around. Okay, we are reading from S3 and writing to Redshift. So S3, the table is that. We are okay. Instead of S3 location, we are choosing the data catalog again. So I think pretty much you can even use the other way around. That's the database. That is the landing bucket. And then change schema. We are changing ID to begin and one of these. So string double, I guess. In Redshift, um, glue again that rod DB, and then we are picking the tall DB data table. And we are also going to stage it in S3 because this glue runs it to S3 and then copies into Redshift. That's why, and we are using staging bucket. And we are going to name this S3 to Redshift job and glue service role and number of workers 3, number of retries 1, and timeout after 15 minutes. Okay, I think this they're specifically telling us so that they can put it as part of DIY. Continue as that, blah blah, save it. I think once it's done, we are going to add workflow. Workflow is already created, so we will add. We'll go to the workflows, review that, then add. Oh, we are going to add a new workflow. Never mind. So let's stop here. Let's go here. It's still. Oh, it's completed. Okay, never mind. It only took 2 minutes for us. I hope it actually created. Okay, it did create it. Okay, looks nice. Now let's go to glue. We are already in the glue. Okay, visual ETL. Select S3, change schema, Redshift. So if I click on this, instead of location, I'm going to use that and that. Table name is landing bucket. I think pretty much that's it. Then scroll up, select change, and did this, I think, let me go back and see what they suggested us to change this to. Begin string double. Begin, yeah, it's, I think that's all it, right? Transaction amount is double, which is already double. I don't know what they want. Begin string, all strings, and double. Yeah, pretty much that's it, I guess. Okay, now let's go back and select this. And this is going to be glue catalog from, again, that's the database, that's the table. And we are going to, once that is done, okay, is it going to be insert? They're not telling us what to pick. I think we'll pick insert, never mind. Append, that's fine. So performance security, this is, oops, okay, it's not that. I'm supposed to browse to the staging bucket, choose that, and IAM role is going to be glue service role. I think pretty much that's it. Yeah, so let's go back. Let's change the title to this one. Hit save. Let's click on job details. Role, I think I thought I gave this. And then we are going to pick 3, number of retries 1. This is 15. Save it. Okay, once we save it, I don't think we are running it. We have to go to the workflow. Oh, they wanted us to uncheck the job metrics. Never mind. Okay, where is the job metrics? Okay, save it. I don't see the observability metrics, whatever that is. It's not even in here. It's okay. Oh no, 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 don't run it, don't run it, don't run it. Stop. Yep, mistakes happen. That's okay. Now let's go to the workflows. Okay, let's do the about the workflows. And then let's create Redshift workflow. Let's click on that Redshift workflow and maximum concurrency. Let's put it as 2 and we have it. Now let's add a trigger and the trigger name we are going to give it as this and it's going to be on demand. Add it. Next. So what are we going to add it to it? The crawler. And after the crawler, we are going to add the job, glue job or the event, I guess. What is it we are going? We are naming it, never mind. And we are choosing event and start after any watched event. But this is going to be, I never use this one, so let's bear with it. This is going to be the job then. That's it. Then we are going to Lambda and trigger it. Is that it? Okay, let me go and do this because I have never done this. So let's go to workflows, add workflow, and the workflow name is this, concurrency of 2, create the workflow, open the workflow, add triggers, add new, and I'm going to name this that. No, that's not what. All right, I'm already doing very bad. Okay, so first, what did we do? We went add new on demand. It's going to be on demand, not event. Actions, edit, on demand, save it. Okay, cool. So that's going to be our starting one. Then we'll click on this. Then crawlers. Is that how they did? Yes, it is going to be S3 crawler if I'm not wrong, right? Yes, that's what we did. Then click on add trigger. Then this time we are going to, where is the trigger? I don't see any trigger. Is this one? No. Oh yeah, okay. Add trigger. And this we are going to name S3 crawler event. Event start after, okay, cool. So that's related to that. Now we are going to add a node, another node. I think this is going to be S3 to Redshift job, if I am not wrong. Yes. Choose, add, then it ended there. But for us, it didn't end, did it? For us, it went into something like this. Why did this happen? Oh, okay. Now it's good. Save it, I guess. Okay, not that save. Maybe I can save it from somewhere here. No? Oh, okay, that's it, I guess. And now let's go to Lambda. This is something we already know. Toll Plaza application. Test it. Let's configure it. Test event. I don't think we need to give everything. So just give empty. Then test it. It is going to create the data and it is going to send. And remember, this is going to write to S3 and S3 we created an S3 event notification that is going to trigger What is it going to trigger the S3 event? Do we remember? Okay, let me go back. I almost forgot. What event did we create? So if I open this bucket, properties. Yeah, we said put, but what is the target? Lambda function. Okay. So it will go and trigger this function. This function in return triggers our glue workflow. Got it. That's why the workflow it is showing as completed. And then if you connect it to the database again and preview the data, you should see the data coming in there. Congratulations. I mean, you can congratulate me once we actually do this. So this is not run. We can run it manually, but let's not do that. So let's go to the Lambda and that is the 12 plaza. So this is going to create some dummy data using faker module, I guess. Yeah, again, same thing. So let's test this. And what this does, it creates dummy data and puts it in S3. And also, as soon as it is put in S3, then the event will get triggered, which is the Lambda function. And if you're wondering what that Lambda function is, I will show you. That is this one. This one just triggers that workflow. Okay, so if we come here, as you can see, it is getting the workflow information, workflow list, and start workflow, whatever S3 workflow name, then create exceptions and whatnot. So let me slowly show you this so that you can use it if you want it later on. Okay, got it. So let's go here. Do they have an environment variables? Yeah, you see, this is the workflow name that they're using, lab workflow. Okay, that is what they created there. It's not getting this. I guess they are using somehow in the code. And you can see trigger is S3 and workflow name, whatever workflow name it gets, I think it gets it from here. I guess this is the S3 workflow. S3 to Redshift, this is not the workflow name though. I don't know. Let's see if it triggers ours or not. Okay, where is this? Let me go glue console, refresh it. Yeah, it is running. So it did trigger it, which is good. All right. So let it run. In the meantime, let me go and check this, download this. I will use it. Okay, allow it. That's fine. But if I look at this, list workflows, it is going to list all the workflows and we are going to get workflows and then where are we using this one? Okay, we are removing the S3, then we are looping through. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are just starting everything in there and the only other one is the one we created. So I think that's how it got triggered. Okay, no worries. But how long did it take for these guys to finish it? It's not showing. Oh, it took 6.5 minutes. Never mind. So I will wait for it and I will come back when it is done. This is done. So once this is done, we need to go to Redshift and click on that cluster. query data, connect to database. Yeah, use a recent one and select preview data. Bingo, we have it. I don't know why I don't see anything for the transaction amount though, but I think we are cool. All right, so that's about it. You have completed the practice and I'm happy. What is it talking about now? Enable that feature glue job, rerun the to generate transaction logs, query the data using. Uh, so all they want us to do is that this is it. That's it. Save it. Let me go here and I need Lambda 12 plaza. Let me download this as well and just test it. Okay, this should create a file and it should trigger this one again. It is running. I will be back. Okay, it is done. Before moving on to checking the data, let's actually look at the workflow because this is the first time we are doing this. So basically what are we doing? We are telling it this is on-demand start, which is the Redshift workflow start, and then because it is not scheduled, right? And then we are telling it to run S3 crawler, which we already created. So what does is this do? It is going to crawl the file that we put in S3 and then going to create data catalog table or update it. And this is the S3 crawler event when start after any vast event. Once this is done, what do you want to do, etc. And then we are telling it to trigger S3 Redshift job. Since we don't have anything, I think we are ending it here. Pretty much that's it. So now let's go back here and preview the data again. I mean, I don't know how it is, how they are going to validate this, but the workflow name is the same. Then the glue job name is, I think it is this, right? I don't know what they are going to validate it. What is the hint? Can I not even go? Okay. Yeah, of course it is going to be a success. But I mean, seriously, the DIY is just go and change that. Seriously, they couldn't come up with anything else. You did it. You configured an AWS glue crawler job and workflow to automate your toll transactions in Redshift. Now return to the city. Yeah, I mean, I like it. The reason being, it told me to create the workflow, and this is the first time I ever used it. So I'm happy. Let's click on him. Awesome. We used your prototype and our system is showing transaction data within minutes. Thanks. I'm so glad to hear it. And we are going to, I think this one should be fine. Okay. And now you know what happens. It's time for feedback and fireworks. Go ahead and hit that like and also write a comment. As explained, I think in the beginning of the video, your comments really helps the video with the YouTube algorithm. So just take 30 seconds and go type how this project might help you in your career. Maybe you will put it in your resume or you are preparing for interview, so you need some real-time projects examples, or you already have a use case in your company that you are working, etc. No matter what the reason is, each video go ahead, comment it and like it so that YouTube actually picks it over other videos when somebody searches for AWS projects. That will really help me and the channel a lot. So go ahead, do that. And thank you if you already did that. So let's zap some drones quickly. I have seen one here. Which resource is a component of AWS Glue data catalog? Crawlers, classifiers, I think databases and tables. Which AWS services and open source projects might use AWS Glue data catalog? Huh. We already selected this. It's this one, this one, this one. Yeah. Did they want to confuse me by putting open source projects and etc.? Users pay for the time that their AWS Glue job runs, including the environment, provisioning, and shutdown time. Environment provisioning and shutdown time, I think so. Provisioning, I don't know. Shutdown time, sure. Okay. You only pay for the time for which your job runs and not for the environment. Oh, you don't know. False. So, okay, okay. Which function can an AWS glue crawler perform? Insert data in tables in the AWS glue data catalog. Help populate the AWS glue data catalog with metadata table. Run periodic detect changes to existing data, including table definition changes. Okay. Glue data catalog. I don't think I, this is for sure run periodic run periodic the availability of think I think it is these three. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't think it inserts data, so I think for that reason we don't pick A. Yes, I am right. User can run existing Scala Python code on Glue by uploading the code to S3 and creating one or more jobs that use that code. S3. Can we put glue code on S3? I don't think so. I don't think so. You have to put the code in glue, not on S3. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, we never know. I might be wrong. Yeah, I am wrong. You can put actually. Which statements are true about a table in glue data catalog? Two. Which automated tools can monitor AWS Glue and report when something is wrong? I don't think these two. Athena Redshift, seriously? Okay, let's go. Okay, that's not it. I think we are exiting the serverless island here. Let's go. Maintains a comprehensive schema version history that helps understand how. Okay, yeah, it does. We even checked it as part of our project. So, no surprises there. With the Spark UI, users can check the event timeline of each Spark stage. Sure, why not? Which method is used to publish data to Kinesis video stream? I think we are done with the glue questions. I think we can, if you want, we can try zapping an orange one, hoping we have respective cards. SNS? I don't think I have SNS cards unless I end them. Oh, I do have it. Come on, seriously? I can just drag the SNS and put it there. Who gives this one? Monitoring application needs to notify multiple subsystems of alarms on a network. Each subsystem will be decoupled from the publisher and it handles the alarm. Yeah, you will get one and then wow, too hard. It was so hard. All right, that's about it, girls and boys. See you in the next video. I hope this project was helpful to you. I learned something new, the glue workflows. I hope you learned something new as well. So see you in the next one. And you know what to do when you like the video. Have a great day. Peace out.